It's not every day you get an active aerodynamical carbon diffuser, and this one is from Ferrari. Check that out. So Ferrari have dropped this one off, a local franchise, and don't worry about the other Ferrari diffuser there. It does seem like these Ferrari owners are a little bit clumsy. But anyway, moving on from there, this one has been dropped off and it's in need of quite a few bits being repaired. So what I'm going to do is get this laid on a front or on a back, which way you look at it, and I'll discuss and show you what needs to be done, because it's quite a bit. So this one has taken a little bit of a pounding, and you can see if you zoom into the Venturi parts here, Tim, these have taken quite a crunch. So this is actually taken such an impact, it's taken the top layer of carbon off here, as well as splitting the actual almost laminate layer of this carbon fibre piece. It's chewed all of the Venturi up here. We've got some nice fractures and splits, and because of that, it's really wobbly, and it's definitely not got the structure you'd expect from a car that is really capable. This is off an F8, so these cars are extremely fast. They were fast when they were 430s and 458s. Now it's this car, it's even next level. So that's one area. We've also got a few more Venturis here with some damage. Again, similar sort of thing here. A bit more damage on that Venturi, and a few more here. We've already disassembled the flaps that cover the active aerodynamical elements of this diffuser. So you can see these nice cool coil springs here and some wide elements. That's very cool to see. This is not something we see too much of, the active aerodynamical side. Ultimately, it's just carbon fibre at the end of the day, but it's very cool to see what is effectively F1 technology in row cars. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done. There's also some scratches, some scuffs. There's a few cracks on some of the other joins on the carbon, because effectively it's had a good thump at the bottom, maybe from reversing over a curb, and it's stressed it in different areas. And as part of what we do here is we need to look over the entire part. You don't just go, well, that's got a split or a crack on it, let's repair that. It does transfer effectively the shock through the rest of the part. That's what carbon fibre is designed to do. So we've been looking at some of the other areas where effectively the carbon's joined as part of the mould, and there's some other areas as well that need to be rectified. So this is quite a big job. There's a lot of carbon that needs to be repaired. It's going to require not only fresh parts of carbon to be installed externally, but a lot of reinforcement inside to get that structure and the strength back, because right now that's not good enough. There's going to be levels of resin infusion before sanding down, and eventually, once it's all done, it's going to go to lacquer, and hopefully at the end of it, it's going to be a nice shiny bit of carbon fibre that effectively isn't going to look like it's lost a fight with the dog. No mention of pit bulls in that, but it doesn't look great right now. So we're excited to get onto this one. I know it's going to be a long task, but stay tuned, see a little bit about the process. We're not going to film everything, because this is going to probably be a best part of 20 plus man hours, so we can't capture all of that, but we'll show you a few little processes and show you what it looks like before we get it to lacquer. One more quick point before I go. If you come in a little bit closer, I'm just going to show you here what a carbon seam is like from factory. So this is actually what Ferrari have done with their seams and their joins, and this is common. You do see this on a lot of carbon parts. You have to join the carbon somewhere, and I know some people actually pick up on that on other parts and say, is that right? And actually it is. You have to join carbon somewhere, and a seam like that is quite common. So you might see little black marks like that in some of the repairs, but it will look factory in a way. So see you guys on the other side. So the F8 diffuser is back from lacquer, and it looks pretty much like a brand new part now, which is what we're trying to achieve here at Carbonwurks. So obviously beforehand you would have seen a lot of scuffing, scrapes and all that sort of stuff, which as part of any repair process you remedy. But the main parts are these Venturis, which, as I said, had very little strength, and they used to be able to wobble, and that is now not the case. So although I won't show right now, you'll see it on the B-roll, inside we've packed carbon effectively inside the Venturis to really pad it out and give it much more structural integrity. So effectively these bits now, as you can hear, are pretty much solid carbon fibre. So the next owner is not going to damage this in a hurry, or if he does, I think it's going to be a bit more than just the diffuser that's got damaged. So we're very happy with how this has come out. The only areas that effectively we had to work around was the side here, which effectively lost the outer 1x1 twill carbon fibre. So we've patched in a section here, which you could technically reskin the entire part, which would maybe give you a slightly more uniform finish, but it's very expensive to do so, very complicated, and then you potentially give yourself more areas of concern in terms of join marks and potential weave distortion. So a patch was the best option for this. It looks really good now that it's been done properly. It's smooth, uniform, and as I said, this being under the car, you're not going to see that, but it is more than anything structurally sound now, which is the most important thing. So I hope you've enjoyed that video. This has taken a couple of weeks to rebuild. There was a lot that needed to be worked on. If you have any inquiries yourself for any carbon repair work, obviously that's something that we do. You've obviously seen the video up to now. So if you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. We appreciate it. Any inquiries, get in touch. But yeah, see what we will repair next time. All the best. See you soon.